If financial advice worked the way that it's advertised, most people would be calm by now. Instead, we've got more apps, more hacks, more rules, and somehow more stress. So here's the truth. A lot of financial advice doesn't fail because you're lazy. It fails because it's written for a life you don't have. Today, I'll show you why. Have you ever followed financial advice and thought, I'm doing the right things, so why do I feel behind? If yes, you're not alone. That's literally the problem we're solving. Here's why so much advice collapses in real life. It's built on 3 fantasies. Fantasy 1, you have consistent income and consistent bills. In real life, income changes, costs spike, and the car waits until you're relaxed to brake. Fantasy 2, you have unlimited capacity. In real life, you have kids, fatigue, shifts, hormones, grief, deadlines, and a nervous system. Fantasy 3, you will behave perfectly once you know what to do. In real life, knowledge doesn't override stress. Stress overrides knowledge. So advice that sounds simple on paper can feel impossible in practice. Not because you're failing, because the advice is missing context. If your financial plan only works in a calm week, it's not a plan, it's a mood. Most financial advice assumes the average person, but nobody is the average person. You have a specific life, a specific season, and specific constraints. So here's the model I want you to remember. Advice fails in the gap between what the advice assumes and what your life can actually support. That gap is the context gap. And in that gap, people blame themselves. They think I'm undisciplined. What the truth is, the system was never designed for their reality. Awareness is the key to change. Not because awareness fixes everything, but because it stops you following rules that don't fit. Let's make this really practical. Here are 5 assumptions hidden inside a lot of popular money advice. It assumes you have spare time. If you're running on fumes, complexity won't happen. It assumes you have spare money. Advice that requires margin can't be the first step when there is no margin. It assumes you have emotional bandwidth. If your nervous system is in threat mode, you'll choose relief over optimization. It assumes you have stable conditions. Real life has spikes, school costs, health costs, surprise bills, and inflation. It assumes shame is motivating. Shame doesn't create consistency, it creates hiding and rebellion. So if advice keeps not working, it might be because it's incompatible with one of these realities, not because you're broken. Which one of these hit hardest for you? A, time. B, money margin. C, emotional bandwidth. D, unpredictable life spikes. E, shame and self-talk. Here's a calm filter you can run any money advice through. Does this fit my season of life? Does this reduce pressure or increase it? Does this require perfection or does it work in a messy week? Does this create more options over time or more obligations? Does this help me trust myself or does it make me feel worse? If advice increases pressure, it usually backfires. Pressure creates reactivity. Reactivity creates regret, and reliable beats heroic. If you've been blaming yourself for advice that didn't stick, I want you to keep this. You don't need to try harder at rules that don't match your life. You need a strategy that matches reality. In episode 2, we're doing the next layer. 9 money rules everyone follows to keep them stuck. Because some good advice is actually a trap. Subscribe so you don't miss it. If this episode landed for you, and you're ready to move from awareness into action, I've got 2 options. First, break the debt cycle. It's free and it walks you through the psychological patterns keeping you stuck, how to interrupt financial chaos, and the first step to building real margin. Link in the description. And if you want to go deeper, the Money Reset mini course. Most financial advice tells you what to do. This shows you why you're not doing it. You'll identify your money stories, catch the patterns driving your decisions, and build 3 simple rules to reduce the mental load of managing money. No overwhelm, no shame, just a clear relationship with money. $49, lifetime access. Link is in the description. What's the biggest reason advice hasn't worked for you? Time, stress, unpredictability, or shame? Drop one word, I read all the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.